afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, or whichever it is when you're watching us. So today, here at HKB, Hong Kong and beyond, we have a little treat for you. We're going to be covering some Valentine's recommendations for you guys.
係文化洞入邊睇呢個世界咧，開心。
如果你把它拉进大海，就不可以放手。如果你遇到真愛，
業咗你冇。
你啲口味重咗好多。
人就係咁，冇咗嘅嘢放喺個心度。
有啲嘢唔係有一晚就要做晒。
这个时间尽量的让自己保持愉悦，对肚子里的孩子。
Right, so before we carry on with this video, just a little update for you. We've recently set up a podcast, so have a look for us if you're at work and you fancy listening to a bit more HKB goodness, and we're available on most platforms.
So there you go, Shaz has set that up and we're going to build on it. The first episode is a failed video and we stole the audio from it, so Once Upon a Time in China special. And we was really disappointed we couldn't get that video to you guys, so hopefully you'll enjoy the podcast. Right, so as it is coming up to Valentine's Day, and we all have loved ones that we want to spend some cherished time with, we have some recommendations for you, because what could possibly be more romantic than a good old film, romantic comedy, romantic drama, either or. So we're going to give you some recommendations now. First one up for you, we have Finding Mr. Right. Now this one we discovered originally on Netflix and we were so impressed with it that we actually bought this one and we bought the sequel as well. They both star Tang Wei, but this first one, which is the only one we've watched so far, it's really cute, isn't it? She comes over from China to America and she's having like a little illegitimate child. And she's living in this house with these other women, and the guy that takes her there, he's like a single father and he has a daughter, if I remember correctly. Is it daughter or son?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. But he has a child anyway. And you can see where it's heading, Eventually a relationship builds up between the two. It's really well done. Tang Wei is super cute. And she has a particular thing for the film Sleepless in Seattle. It's like her favourite movie. So that's got a little theme within the movie too. And any fans of Sleepless in Seattle out there, like us, Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, you can't go wrong. Saving Mr. Right, really romantic, really well acted. It just feels like a classy product. It's a really, really good film, very romantic. High recommendation for Valentine's Day.
Next we have All You Need Is Love. So this stars Shu Qi and Richie Jen, and it's a really nice romantic film, isn't it?
It is.
It's sort of set in a lovely location. Shu Qi's character is trying to find this particular cove, and it just ends up being that she stays at Richie Jen's guest house, and they have some ups and downs, but it's just a really sweet story.
Absolutely.
And there is a funny section where there's like a sort of competition.
Yeah.
A bit like Love Island.
Yeah, it is a bit Love Island-ish, isn't it? I don't watch it,
funny.
guys. Not me. But yeah, Shu Qi, very sweet in that. And Richie Jen, it's his first directorial film, as we believe. And I think it's not had very fair reviews that we've seen so far, but we were big fans. We enjoyed it a lot. Right, next up, we got some cat-free. And I know what you're thinking. You was expecting me to hold up Sex and Zen, or Sex and Zen 2, or Erotic Ghost Story. But this is Love in a Puff. And we've got a romance in this between Miriam Yeung and a slightly younger Shawn Yue. And basically they meet whilst having cigarette breaks during work. And he's a bit of a adult child and she wants a little bit more commitment. The category 3 rating I think might be for content such as the language used in it, which might not be obvious here in the smoking, which is not obvious to us. But Miriam Yeung, she's absolutely fantastic in romantic films and dramas. Shawn Yue's a really good actor as well. This is a high recommend. It's a Pang Ho Chung film and that director is really, really good. As you know, we're big fans of him here on the channel, so that is another good recommendation for Valentine's Day.
Next up, we have Love Contractually. So this stars Sammi Cheng and Joseph Chang, and it's a bit more of a serious sort of drama. I mean, the first sort of half an hour is hilarious, isn't it? It's
Oh yeah,
really funny. But then it does take a bit more of a dramatic twist. But it's still very enjoyable.
Yeah, I liked that. I've never seen Joseph Chang before. I thought he was a lot of fun. I mean, his job within the film before he meets her is he's like a courier, isn't he?
Yes.
And he gets hired under false pretenses. He thinks he's just being an assistant, but she actually,
like a chauffeur, and
for reasons we won't go into, she wants a sperm donor. And yeah, some hysterical hijinks in that and some fantastic acting. Next up for you, we've got a Johnny To film. This one is Romancing in Thin Air. And in this one, we have Louis Koo. And if you've seen any of our reviews with films with him in, you'll know great big fans of Louis Koo, especially.
Oh, yes.
And it's also another one with Sammi Cheng in it. And she seems to be a bit of a queen of romantic films.
Yes, she does.
Really, really like Sammi Cheng. She just nails it for me. And we also have Gao Yuanyuan in this from the Don't Go Breaking My Heart. He's kind of, I think, if I remember rightly, he's an actor or a writer or something like that. He's like a personality, he's well known, and he goes off in like a bit of depression up into the mountains, hence the romancing in thin air, because obviously high altitude. But it's, you know, the usual sort of Johnny To sort of romance in it. You know, he's very good at these stuff like Love on a Diet, this, Don't Break My Heart. This is very much in that tradition, and it's very, very good, and it's a high recommend. Very romantic, very fun, top class performance.
So next up we have Marry a Rich Man. So this one stars Sammi Cheng and Richie Jen.
Again,
both already in the two I've mentioned. Yes, so this is quite a fun film, isn't it? And there's a bit of travelling in here, you know, some nice locations abroad, which is lovely. And so this one has a bit of a twist, because you think you know where it's going, but then maybe it doesn't go where you quite think.
Yes, it is different. I like the difference in it, you know, the two con artists trying to con each other essentially. We don't want to ruin it. It's just a good watch. If you've not seen it and you're fans of those actors, you owe it to yourself. Go and watch Marry a Rich Man. Or Marry a Rich Woman. Marry a rich somebody. Okay, that's like it for the ones that we haven't covered on the channel, but we just wanted to remind people of some that we do have covered on the channel. So the following you can find reviews for. We have Needing You, which is again Sammi Cheng. You think we'd only have Sammi Cheng films in our collection, but it's not true. We do have more stuff. Andy Lau, who doesn't love Andy Lau? You know, when you get one like this, Johnny To, Walk Halfway, you know, these are the films that made them big books that allowed them to do the action films. This is a bona fide classic. It's really, really good. If you haven't seen our review yet, then please, you know, go and find it in our playlist and give it a watch. This film is superb and a very, very high Valentine's Day recommendation.
So we also have done video before on the Don't Go Breaking My Heart films. So yes, very romantic, very sweet, and these star Gao Yanyan, Louis Koo, and Daniel Wu. So what more could you want on Valentine's Day?
I know what Chaz would want on Valentine's Day. Anyway, they are good films. We have reviewed them. Please forgive us because it's early on in HKB and we might be a little bit stilted like deer in the headlights because...
yeah, we did cover these really early on, didn't we?
Yeah, it's taken us a bit of time and we're still learning, but the reviews are still valid on those. We really enjoyed those films, and that's why we want to recommend them to you guys. We hope everybody has a really good Valentine's Day and gets all the chocolates and wine and flowers and all the rest of it. And yeah, we will catch you on the next one.